If you're a parent who has frustration about how your teen is managing their phone, you are not alone. This is a topic I hear about from parents all the time. Especially after I'm teaching a course, they'll come up and express their frustration and how their teen and the relationship they have with their teen is revolved around the cell phone and cell phone use. But guess what? I have good news for you today. You are not alone, and things can change. You can change the expectation of cell phone use and how that cell phone is being managed. The ideal situation is that you would do this before the child or teen received a phone. But if you're in a situation where they already have a cell phone, you can change the expectation if things are not going well. So that's the good news. You have permission to change the expectation. Now, is your teen going to thank you when you change that expectation? No. I can almost guarantee, no. They will not thank you. They will not say, gosh, Mom, Dad, thank you for holding me accountable and making sure that my brain is developing well and that I'm not getting addicted to my cell phone. I appreciate you looking out for me in those ways. They probably will not say something along those lines. They will be frustrated, but that's okay. You can deal with that. It's important to set up expectations with the cell phone. Today, I'm going to cover 3 tips that you can use with your teen as you are creating boundaries and creating those expectations with cell phones. The first tip is to teach your teen that the cell phone is literally a tool. Just like a hammer is a tool and a measuring tape is a tool, their cell phone is also a tool, not an appendage. An appendage being your arm or your hand. That's something that's with us all the time. That is an appendage. But your cell phone is not meant to be an appendage. It's not meant to be out and with us all the time. We can put it away. We can use it as a tool, and sometimes we can communicate on it and have fun with it and have some entertainment. And other times we can put it away. It does not always need to be attached to us and with us 24/7. So we need to teach them that the phone is a tool. The second tip is to teach your child or teen that a cell phone is a privilege, not a right. It is a privilege to manage the cell phone. And that means that your teen can show emotional maturity. Anytime the parent wants to look at the phone or review any messages or pictures, they have the right as parents to do that. And that the teen will be respectful and kind and show emotional maturity and just hand over that phone and let their parents go ahead and look at their phone. And so if there should always be appropriate messages and pictures. So letting your child know, your teen know, that it's a privilege and not a right to manage a cell phone. And if they're mature enough to manage the phone, then it's okay that a parent could check it out anytime. And then the third thing is that the cell phone be turned in each night in the parent's room to charge. The charging station should be in the parent's room, not somewhere else in the house, not in the child's bedroom or the teen's bedroom. You could probably guess what they would say, oh, but I need it as an alarm. I need it to help me wake up. That's something that I often hear parents say that their teens are saying, I need it as my alarm clock. Well, guess what? They still sell alarm clocks that are not phones. It's true. It's true. If you go to a store, you can even order this on Amazon. You can see actual alarm clocks and they're not phones. So phones should be charged in the parent's room, and go ahead and get a old-fashioned alarm clock for your teen that they can set and use that to wake up. And these are just boundaries and expectations, again, that you can use with your teen and their cell phone. And they won't thank you for it probably. They might be a little frustrated, but it is okay for you as a parent to step forward and lead out and be confident and know that this is what your teen needs. They need these expectations and boundaries, and these tips are one way just to help protect them and to help them realize what kind of relationship and behavior they have around the phone. We need to remember those 3 tips. That the first tip, that their phone is a tool. The second tip, that it's a privilege, not a right. And the third tip, that it will be charged in the parents' room at night. So you can go ahead and teach your teen these tips. They're not too difficult. And this is just the beginning of sharing tips about cell phones, because I have parents talking about this all the time. And I feel so strongly about it that we've even developed a course that your teen can go through. It can be completed in an hour or less. If you go to fullynested.com, it's called Phone School. And we created this for, of course, those teenagers or tweens who are getting a phone, and they go through this course before they get the phone. But if your child already has a phone and you want to set more realistic boundaries and create more expectations, they can go through it as well. It was created for that, and it gives them specific things that they need to do. And what I love about it is it educates them about dopamine and about brain development and what these phones are actually doing and how to use them as a tool and not view it as an appendage. So Phone School is something you can get at fullynested.com, and it's just $15, and it comes with a great education and videos and a quick quiz. And then it also gives the teen an opportunity to research and write a paper about an essay about dangers of a cell phone, addictions of cell phones, and how to create healthy cell phone habits. And what I love about that is, instead of just writing out a contract with the parents, this is such a great opportunity for them to read some research and look into different articles and truly have an educational understanding about cell phones. And so they can be more committed about how they're going to manage them in their lives. Then they present that essay to their parents, and there's a certificate of completion and a contract that can also be signed between the teen and the parents. You may be feeling nervous about changing the expectations with cell phones, and if you do, that's okay. That is normal. But as the parent, it is your responsibility to set those expectations and to change the expectations if that's necessary. Your teen may not thank you. They might be frustrated. They might yell at you or lash out. But you can stay confident because you understand what's best for them. Their brains are not fully developed as a teenager. You know the bigger picture, and so it is okay to change those expectations. Don't expect them to thank you for that, but do expect that you can make healthy boundaries that will help their lives. You are capable of doing that. And I suggest, as you change those expectations, this is going to be an intentional teaching opportunity where you are going to maybe provide something in their environment that's going to draw them in. Maybe you're going to make a special treat like brownies and ice cream, or maybe some strawberries with some warm Nutella, and you're going to create this experience where you want to visit with them, and you're going to have a treat involved. And this is just an idea. And you could have a treat involved and bring them in, or some ice cream and a banana boat or something. And you can say, hey, I want to talk to you today about our boundaries and expectations with cell phones. And you're doing great in this area, but we're going to change some of those expectations. From now on, the phone is going to charge in my room at night. We're going to go ahead and get you an alarm clock. And also you can talk to them again about how the phone is a tool, and then how it's a privilege to manage a cell phone, not a right. So anytime the parent wants to check a phone and just check in on things, they have the right to do so as the parent. And just talk about phone safety and how we take appropriate pictures and share appropriate messages. So it is a good thing to create boundaries and revisit expectations with cell phones. You can navigate this as the parent. You've got this.